Hi, and thank you for joining me today. I'm Julie Drainville, a Sensory Manager at Edlong, and today I want to show you how Edlong natural flavors can impact your plant-based products, not just in flavor profile, but in masking, mouthfeel, balance, and overall perception. Edlong specializes in the taste of dairy. We have over 100 years of experience and are proud that today we've become the world's leading independent flavor company by focusing on everything the taste of dairy can be. Surprisingly, the taste of dairy doesn't have to contain real dairy at all, and plant-based products can actually taste like dairy. Whether you're looking for a profile that's milky, creamy, buttery, or cheesy, over half of our flavor line is dairy-free to provide you with the authentic dairy profile you're looking to achieve. Edlong is immersed in the plant-based space, so we understand that there are many considerations to take into account when working with plant-based applications. Our flavors are able to help with the whole solution, including masking off notes that are common in plant-based ingredients. Our flavors can also add fatty mouthfeel perception and overcome changes that can occur due to processing issues, like cook notes from ultra-high temperature processing. Looking at the plant-based cheese market, there are a lot of challenges to overcome, including masking off notes, mimicking the texture of real cheese, whether in block form, slices, or when melted, and how that flavor comes through in the different forms. And all of this while making sure that your nutritionals and ingredient statement are in line with your consumers' expectations. The scientists at Edlong understand these challenges and have worked with many different ingredients common in plant-based cheese processing, so are able to suggest ingredients and suppliers to help develop your products. Edlong has a huge line of dairy-free cheese flavor profiles to give you just the specific nuances that you're looking for. And if you're looking to add in something like protein that gives you additional off notes, we're also able to provide masking flavors to cover up and balance those notes as well. In the example I have here, our scientists developed a base with added pea protein and included acids and yeast extract to build a fuller flavor. Then our flavor chemists designed a flavor to match the base, including milk and butter notes for masking and a mature cheddar flavor that provides the authentic characterizing cheese flavor. We used trained sensory panelists to validate that our flavors are performing in the way we want them to. This is the data from a descriptive analysis panel, where panelists compared the unflavored vegan cheese base to the cheddar-flavored vegan cheese base. The only difference between these two samples was the addition of a natural flavor. The unflavored sample is shown in black and the flavored sample in red. The attributes that are starred are significantly different. So by adding the Edlong flavor, we see a significant increase in cheese profile terms like butter, yeast, fruity, lipolytic, butyric, and umami. And there are significant decreases in off notes like starch, clay, and vegetative. So you can see how the addition of an Edlong flavor can change your product's profile. We looked further into these two samples, the flavored and the unflavored, using a sensory method called CHEDDAR, or Temporal Check All That Apply. This is a method that allows us to look at the flavor profile over time. I understand that this probably just looks like a bunch of squiggly lines at first, so I want you to think about it the last time you ate a really good piece of cheese. And maybe that's a plant-based cheese for you. When you chew, the flavor releases and changes over time. With a cheddar, you might experience savory, yeasty, umami notes up front, followed by a nice milky aftertaste. Now this is what I'm trying to show you here. There are changes happening over time, all of which affect the consumer's perception of the finished product. So in the unflavored chart here, you see large peaks of off notes like clay, vegetative, starch, beany, and those all continue on into the aftertaste, as well as sourness. The black line indicates that the panelists swallowed at 15 seconds. So you can see that everything after that black line is in the aftertaste. And those clay notes are lingering all the way through the chew. Now when we look at the flavored version, you can see how the peaks change. Your highest attribute is now yeast, then lipolytic, which is the milky acidic note found in many cheeses. Then you see the fruity notes peak in the aftertaste and follow along with the clay notes to provide masking of the off notes in the aftertaste as well. I've shown you some of the ways that natural flavors can change the profile of your plant-based finished product. Now I would like to share with you some of the research we've done to support how natural flavors can add mouthfeel perception. In a study that Edlong conducted in conjunction with the Hartman Group, the data indicated that there's an opportunity to reach more non-purchasers of plant-based products by improving the flavor, the creaminess, and the mouthfeel. Our flavors are designed to do just that. We ran testing at North Carolina's Sensory Service Center, where consumers tasted a flavored and an unflavored clear beverage and were asked which one is thicker. And they found that the flavored sample was significantly thicker. So when you reduce the sugar in a beverage, you not only lose the sweetness perception, but you also lose the fullness in the mouth that sugar creates. And our flavors are able to bring back some of that by increasing the perceived viscosity. And in a similar test, consumers were asked which sample is creamier when they tasted a milk-type beverage. And the flavored sample was significantly chosen as creamier, with 71% of the respondents choosing the flavored sample. And this is so important in plant-based products, especially for those products like plant-based milks, cheeses, yogurts, and spreads, where consumers are really expecting that dairy mouthfeel. So thank you so much for attending this session. And if you're interested in hearing more about how Edlong can improve your plant-based products, please feel free to reach out to me directly. My contact information is here. And so you know, Edlong is a global flavor supplier, and we have sites in the US, Mexico, and Ireland. So we can't wait to work together on your global flavor needs. Thank you.